All right, Counterpunch Boxing. What is going on, YouTube? Okay, look, I mean, I have like a gumbo. I don't even know what you want to call it, like a mess of Gennady Golovkin, Canty Canelo Alvarez news. I mean, it's everywhere. But look, here's what I'm going to do. Today is going to be a completely just random video. I mean, I got to get it all off my chest. You know what I mean? It's like I got all this stuff that I want to share with you guys, but I would literally have to make like 10 damn videos. And I'm like, we're just going to do one. We're going to do one. And it's going to be random. Now, let me kick it off with a little bit of nonsense, okay? I'm going through my news feed on Facebook and Twitter, whatever, and I get a notification. Now, sadly, the notification was a friend of mine. He runs the .com, the website News and Views, bar boxing news and views, and it says, that Gennady Golovkin has been injured by a bear, right? Leading into the Canelo fight, just the title was something like, days before the Golovkin fight or the Canelo fight, Gennady Golovkin has a tussle with a bear, some nonsense like that, clickbait written all over it, right? I click on it, and of course it's clickbait. So yeah, you know who you are. You're in my group, my boxing group. You're better than that. There's no need for that clickbait garbage, right? Okay, so now the other day I posted, I put something up in my Facebook group, Counterpunch Boxing. Now look, a lot of you guys are going to the like page, but we're in the group, that's where we really break it down. But whatever, we appreciate either place. But if you want to talk to me or the other guys, anytime, any day, just go to Counterpunch Boxing, the Facebook group. So anyway, but yeah, so I put up a post, right? And it was Gennady Golovkin, how he just had a baby, right? Which I didn't even know his wife was pregnant. So the whole time he's been going through the Canelo camp, his wife was, expected to deliver at any given moment. Well, she finally had the baby like 3 or 4 days ago, and Golovkin told her, well, you have the baby, your job is to have the baby, my job is to train for boxing, so, and look, that's what happened, and apparently they made like a family decision that, she would stay back home in Kazakhstan or wherever they're at, or she was at the time, have the baby, and then he would continue to train. But of course, like the following day, he went and met up with his family and his new daughter. So now Gennady Golovkin has a son and a newborn baby girl. So congratulations to Gennady Golovkin. But I thought, man, that's pretty damn hardcore, right? Like that's what I've been waiting for. Like, I wanted to see like some hardcore shit, and there it is right there. I mean, he's in there training, focused on Canelo, and not even like the birth of his child can pull him out of training. I mean, that is devotion if I've never heard of it. Now, I know a lot of people were getting kind of pissed, saying, oh, that's wrong, he shouldn't have done that. Well, like I said, they made a family decision, and $50 million, 70 or whatever, 40, $50 million, look, that'll set up Golovkin and his family for a lifetime. So I get it. I truly get it. So, but look, the pictures you're looking at right now, it's from the second HBO 24/7. You guys got to check that out. I mean, that is like my all-time favorite boxing show ever. I love the way they film it. I like the guy, the narrator guy. I mean, just everything, the visuals, the audio. It's just a really cool thing. And if I had to make a documentary, it would look just like that. So. But yeah, this is where they're translating Spanish. I don't know if you've been reading it or not, but right here he says, and when you face a disciplined fighter in his prime who can punch, it's dangerous, But then he's like, he's going on to say, Canelo saying something about how, yeah, right here, I'm going to feel strong. I'm going to feel fast. I felt very good in the last fight at 164.5 pounds. But then he goes on to say that, he feels like he's the stronger fighter. He has the advantage on he has the most power. And, he feels like he's a complete fighter, and Gennady Golovkin is not. Right here, I am more of a mature fighter with more confidence in the ring. Now, I don't believe that. Now, but look, the argument is so simple to break that down. Well, of course, I mean, when you're constantly at an advantage, right? When you're constantly draining someone down, fighting a smaller guy, a catch weight, whatever it may be, of course you're going to feel confident. I mean, who wouldn't, So, but I don't think Canelo realizes he's in a fair fight. Like this is a true middleweight fight, and that brings me to so many questions. Like, I mean, when I think about that, just so many questions. I mean, if you think about it, it is like everything is stacked against Canelo, and I've talked about it before. Moving up, acclimation, you know, draining down. Look at Canelo Chavez. He looked drained at 164.5. His genes, they were like falling off of him, right? You know, it's like I don't get it. To me, everything is stacked against him. Where is that blind confidence and arrogance coming from? You know, Bernard Hopkins, incredibly confident and believes in Canelo, and it goes beyond, you know, yeah, that's my guy, I'm on his team. It's almost like they got a little smirk, like they know something, you know. It's like, you know, what do they know that they're not telling us? And then I thought about this too. Like I said, this is going to be random today, sorry, but oh, by the way, my official prediction video is coming up next. And then also, man, I'm not going to mention what it is, but I heard the craziest boxing news that I think I've ever heard in my life, like hands down, and I'll probably share it with you guys tonight or in the morning, but I got to make sure it's true because I don't even want to mention it and lose credibility, because what I just heard was completely batshit crazy. So I want to make sure that, you know, it's not like clickbait, like Golovkin getting attacked by a bear, right? You know, so I want to make sure that it's true, and then I'll share it with you guys. But, you know, remember Canelo being sued by All Star Boxing, the former promoter of Canelo Alvarez and Golden Boy Promotion. They basically went in there, you know, and just ripped Canelo out of there while he was under contract. So they took him to court. They won the $8.5 million. But then what was crazy to me, that they said Canelo didn't have $8.5 million in cash or assets. So immediately after that, they signed the Gennady Golovkin fight. So that's crazy to me. Like, I mean, after all these, you know, these pro fights and, you know, filling up arenas and stadiums, like Canelo doesn't have $8 million. Well, you know, and maybe he did. He probably does. He did and does. But that's probably what he has. You know, he's probably worth about 10 million, you know, cash, I would imagine, plus assets, you know, his home, the vehicles, the mansion, the cars, the horses, you know, the ranch and all that good stuff. But, that got me thinking maybe that's why he took the fight, you know? So, you know, just a little bit of something to, you know, to think about there. You know, also another thing that I want to bring up is the activity in the last fight, okay? And because I see a lot of you guys in the comment section talking about this, and you have to realize something, okay? when Gennady Golovkin fought Jacobs, okay, he threw 615 punches, landed 231. Now, Canelo, when he fought, what's his name, Chavez, you know, he threw 604, landed 228. So they're pretty much like neck and neck. But here's the thing, okay? The thing is, you know, and do I need to say it, right? I mean, you know what I'm going to say. You know, you've got a live dog in front of you, Daniel Jacobs, which came in as a cheater, you know, 2 weight divisions above Gennady Golovkin against a drained down Chavez. You know, so to me, it's incredible. I mean, really, it's just, you know, incredible that Gennady Golovkin had that kind of, you know, output, work rate, success against a guy like Daniel Jacobs, and comparatively speaking, it was identical to a Canelo Chavez. Now, to me, what does that say? I mean, what does that say? You know, you do the math. But so yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to, you know, put that to bed. And jabs, by the way, you know, which I think is going to be key in their upcoming fight. In that particular fight, what's his name? Gennady Golovkin, he threw 356, landed 105, and Canelo 264, landed 83. So, you know, Golovkin threw, you know, more jabs than Canelo. And also today, I'm telling you guys, I'm just like full of information. Today, I watched like all the highlights of Golovkin Lemieux, and man, that jab, it was just like a piston, just boom, 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 all night, you know. So hopefully we see that jab in the Canelo fight, because, I mean, Gennady Golovkin can win fights with jabs. I mean, it's crazy, but he can. Now, quickly, I forgot, shout-outs, Ricky Ortiz. Look, these guys, like, race to be #1 and #2 and always, like, forget. See, look, I get so excited to come on here and talk, like, I can't even, like, contain myself. I'm just like, I can't even talk, right? I start, like, babbling or whatever, and I forget what I got to do. Ricky Ortiz, Don V, Susan Hunt, hello, my friend. And Gabriel, God, I'm running out of breath. Gabriel Garcia, how you doing, my friend? Edwin Rodriguez, hello. I remember your name. Look, and here's the thing. I'm not even reading this. I remember the names now. And of course, shout out to the group Counterpunch Boxing. Tino, the admin over there, does a great job. Fight Hub. Not Fight Hype, Fight Hub, not Hype. Slim Shady, he's been giving me shout outs over there, so I think we're having like a shout out war right now, so shout out right back at you. And of course, Strictly Boxing News, Faraz, a good friend of mine, he actually, we were just texting rather, before I hopped onto YouTube. I told him, I said, man, I gotta go. I gotta get on YouTube. I gotta go. But, and also, another friend of mine, if you guys want to go check out a good channel, check out Boxmatic. You know, just type in Boxmatic, like Boxmatic, and Leslie Fanning is a friend of mine. She has a channel over there, good channel, great insight, and I enjoy listening to her opinions. I really do, and she's kind of helped me work things out in my head, you know, because like I said, it's a lot of good insight over there. So check her out. So anyway, all right, back to the video. Now, what are Canelo's flaws? Okay, here we go. This gum. I mean, look at that. Pow! Look at the muscles. Damn! Look at that. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit. I mean, this is what I wanted to see right there. I didn't even notice the picture until I looked down. But damn! Look at Gennady Golovkin just bam right there. Look, there's no way. There's no. Look, I'm not going to tell you who I think's going to win. Look, it's probably going to shock you who I think wins this fight. But what are Canelo's flaws? Right? Okay, stamina. Zero goose egg mobility. Okay, he's short. I'm sorry, but short for the middleweight division. He's short. Okay, vulnerable to the jab. Now, who has the best jab in the biz? Gennady Golovkin, okay? Vulnerable to the jab, right? I mean, reach, can't fight on the outside, can't fight going backwards, he gasses out, he needs breaks, he needs to rest, he fights in bursts, you know, he'll have to fight, you know, throw a quick combination, pop, 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 you know, maybe like a little 3-piece or 4-piece, back off, you know, and then he likes to get up on the ropes to be the tough guy, but actually, he's not doing the whole rope-a-dope like Muhammad Ali. What he's doing is he's catching his breath, right? And he'll get on the ropes and be like, oh yeah, I'm tough. I'm Canelo. Oh yeah, yeah. Hit me. But that dude's over there just sucking in air, like just, just sucking in air, right? That's what he's doing on the ropes. I guarantee you. Now, if he does that shit with Golovkin, it's good night. It's good night. He can't do that. You know, look, Golovkin, he needs to pressure him. Pressure. Put him in a pressure cooker and then stand on it and put a train on top of it and put just immense pressure, and he will crumble. I'm telling you, okay? And, you know, I keep thinking about what Abel Sanchez said with that slap boxing, right? You know, talking about how, you know, Canelo uses his fingertips. Like, if you put on a boxing glove, you know, you can't really make a good fist in a glove. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but if you put on a boxing glove, you can't make a good hard fist like you can. So what a lot of these guys do is they hit like with their fingernails, you know, because it's almost like, you know, like I said, you can't roll and ball your fist up. So what Canelo does, a lot of his shots, and he'll even use his thumb. I mean, think about it. He broke his thumb against Liam Smith. He does that because he slaps. I mean, just like Abel talks about, you know, he'll get in there and, you know, he just slaps him, right? So, you know, I totally agree. I totally agree with Abel on that. And then furthermore, you know, Canelo, to me, he has that one-punch power, right? But he's got that one-punch power, but everything's got to be lined up. I mean, you have to be a sitting duck. I mean, think about, like, the Kirkland, right? He's on the ropes. He goes to the body, and he winds up. I mean, he goes all the way back to Jim Lampley and, whoom, throws the right hand all the way across the ring. I mean, he's got to really wind it up. Same thing with Amir Khan. I mean, he timed it. He knew. I mean, he knew he was going to time Amir Khan, and it was just a matter of time before he timed him, and eventually he did. So, but with Gennady Golovkin, I mean, you go look at like a Rubio, right? Or even a Dominic Wade. I mean, I think he hit him in the shoulder, which, I mean, to me, it looked like Dominic Wade took a dive, but he was hurt from, you know, the previous knockdown. But if you go look at or like who was that? Was it Gil? I can't remember who it was, but it looked like Golovkin just barely tapped him, just barely touched him, and he went down, and he was like in agonizing pain. You know, same thing when Lemieux went down from that body shot. Remember, he took a knee, and then Golovkin like hit him after he was down, and he apologized to the coach, like, "Oh, I'm sorry," you know, that kind of thing. You know, took a knee. I wonder, you know, what I'm trying to say is, Canelo cannot do that. He's got to wind up. And, show me a knockout where Canelo didn't just wind it up as wide as he could, right? And then I'll show you 3 or 4 knockouts where Gennady Golovkin like taps when they go down. So right here, this is that HBO thing. And you've got Abel Sanchez right there. He said, look, he's like, I'm not going to watch Chavez Canelo. He's like, I'll go back and watch, the Liam Smith fight like he's watching right here. But he's like, that was such a joke. I mean, how can you take anything away from that? And then he, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but basically he said, how can you be proud of that? Furthermore, how can you be proud of that win? That was a disgrace to boxing. And it really was. I mean, like I said, you had a zombie in there. So... But right here, I wasn't surprised that it was easy. I knew that would happen. Of course, you're not surprised. I mean, like I said, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., the last time he was at 167 was like 5 years before the Canelo fight. I mean, like I said, that's half a decade. I mean, come on. Yeah, there's no surprise, dude. Like, no shit, So, let me see what else we got here. Yeah, and this is where Canelo was going down there. It's crazy right here. Read this. This is very, and I hope you guys are still with me. Like I said, it's a lot, but read this right here. I cut my beard, my hair, just to lose 50 grams. I mean, that's Canelo talking about, in his recent fights, how he has such a hard time cutting weight that he cuts his hair and his beard just to lose 50 grams. Because he was talking to the jockey there, the dude that I guess won the what do they call it, World Cup, I don't know, whatever they call it in horse racing. I know nothing about it, but this dude right there to his right, they're talking about how hard it is to cut weight, and he's like, yeah, I know, I got to shave and cut my hair, so. But he's like, yeah, it's a different sport, but I can definitely identify. He's talking about, the cutting of weight. So, let's see. Nice to meet you. Congratulations. And yeah, he's looking at the horses. But right here, now, by the way, the Gennady Golovkin camp is pretty laid back right now. Abel Sanchez, he already sent the sparring partners home, and right now he's like, it's about nutrition, rest, just basic drills and that kind of thing. And here's Golovkin and Abel Sanchez playing a little ping pong. Out for a little bit of a jog. That's what he said. Right now, we're working on cardio and nutrition, which is great because, look, I've told you guys, and it's a fact. Boxing is a cardio-first sport. It really is. So I like that. They're keeping him up on that cardio. But yeah, they went for a little boat ride right here. Let's see. You got Tom Loeffler at the wheel. Captain Loeffler, Captain Tom Loeffler, all aboard, right? on the Gennady Golovkin cruise line. Let's see, I had a picture. Here we go. I mean, that water looks good, man. It made me want to go to Lake Travis in Austin, where I go. When we want to get to the lake, we go to Lake Travis. But, yeah, I mean, they're chilling, Look, the work is in. Everything's done. Everything's been said. I'm going to stop babbling. My next video will be a prediction video. I'm going to make it as quick as I can. I mean, I've already broken the fight down, for the past 3 months in every video, damn near. So I'll try to keep it as quick as I can. But right now I have 3 possible outcomes. And today I narrowed it down to 2 possible outcomes. So I'm just kind of debating in my head which way to go. So, but anyway, guys, I appreciate everything. I really do. Here's a quick look at Canelo's brother. The channel is growing at a tremendous rate, and I'm amazed, honestly, because like our numbers are better than channels that have been on YouTube for 3 and 4 years. Like literally, I know a lot of friends of mine out there, their channels have been running for 3 and 4 years, and this channel's already passed them up, so, but I think it's because we work hard, we're consistent, we're on here every day with the updates and the breaking news, and, we've got the good insight, the good information, but I want to start bringing people on the channel. I want to get out and cover fights and that thing, but I've had a lot going on here lately with the hurricane and stuff like that, so I've been a little bit limited to what I can bring you guys and what I can do, but look, it's only the beginning. We're an infant channel, and I think we'll be the biggest on YouTube. I really do. I know we will. In fact, I know. I don't think I know. So, all right, guys, leave your comment below. What do you think?